Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Gursant Singh. A few days ago, I invited the Chardi Kala Jatha, which has very close ties to the Yogi Bhajan dera, to a meeting here in the UK. Now, my idea with this meeting is that Gursikhs can come from all over the UK to meet with the Chardi Kala Jatha in a neutral location, say like a Gurdwara, where we can discuss these anti-Gurmat practices and Sikh Rehat violations that are occurring in the Yogi Bhajan dera. Now, there are, like I said, many concerned Sikhs who see these anti-Gurmat practices going on there. And you can see some of these that I've taken photos of and that I've collected over the years, some of these anti-Gurmat practices in the background to this video. Now, I again want to extend this invitation to the Chardi Kala Jatha. My phone number here in the UK is 0737 560 8265. Call me anytime. Like I said, I am willing to meet anytime, any place. I will be here in the whole month of April, and I believe the Chardi Kala Jatha will be arriving here in London on the 6th of April. Now, as I said, these anti-Gurmat practices are widespread in the Yogi Bhajan dera, and I want to give you a little history. I was part of the Yogi Bhajan dera for some 30 years or so. A lot of you know this already, but I want to go into a little bit of the history of how I came to realize that a lot of the practices that we did in the Yogi Bhajan dera were anti-Gurmat and against the Sikh Rehat Maryada. I was, up to about 2007, I was practicing all of these things like you see pictures of here in the videos. Things like tantric yoga, things like astrology, things like worship of these Hindu gods, doing Murti Puja, the Hindu mantras that were being practiced and chanted. Every morning, Yogi Bhajan gave us an Aquarian sadhana, it was called. So I was doing all of these things without any question, because Yogi Bhajan never taught us about the Sikh Rehat Maryada and never taught us properly in Sikhi. So when I went to India in 2007, I was arrested on false charges. That's a long story. And then I had to stay there under what I call country arrest. So I spent months at the Darbar Sahib in Amritsar and met many Gursikhs. I started talking to them about some of these Yogi Bhajan practices, the tantras and the mantras that Yogi Bhajan had taught us. And you know, it was like any student was excited about telling others what Yogi Bhajan had taught us. And the Gursikhs I talked to all but laughed at me. Understandably, they thought that, and rightly so, that a lot of these practices that we were doing are just completely against Gurmat. They're not the way the Gurus taught us to live our lives. So, and you, like I said, you can see these pictures of many of these things that are just laughable to me now about the practices that we did in 3HL. Anyway, so when I got back in 2009, I read a book by Dr. Gursant Singh. I actually discovered the book in India, but then when I got back, I was able to acquire a full copy of this book. It was called Sikhism and Tantric Yoga by Dr. Gursant Singh, who is a Sikh historian and scholar who spent months with Yogi Bhajan. Now, I was just shocked by what I read. It was a real eye-opener. I was so excited and so motivated to get this word out about just the fraudulent teachings that Yogi Bhajan was teaching, that I sat down with a scanner and text editor and was able to scan and put this entire book of Dr. Chardi Singh's on the internet in PDF form. And you can still download it today at gurmukhyoga.com. So I gave this book, copies of the book, to my, quote, friends in 3HL there in Yogi Bhajan's dera when I returned from India in 2009. And so, much to my amazement, I guess I shouldn't have been so surprised, everybody rejected me and ostracized me for any criticism of Yogi Bhajan. Now I realize that the Yogi Bhajan dera is a cult around Yogi Bhajan. Any question, any criticism about Yogi Bhajan and his teachings is met with hostility, is met with complete fear and anger. So some of these people included some of these people that were in the Chardi Kala Jatha. In fact, Sadasat Simran Singh, who is now the chairman of the board, the Sikh Dharma International, which is Yogi Bhajan's top philosophical organization, he is part of that Yogi Bhajan dera there in Espanola. So he was one of the people that I tried to give this book of Dr. Chardi Singh's to. Guru Jagat Singh, who's also part of that Yogi Bhajan dera in Espanola. He rejected me. Anyway, I want to reach out to them again. And as Khalsa brothers, I'm asking that we all meet and talk this out and work this out, because there are more and more concerned Sikhs out there. These violations of Sikh Rehat Maryada and anti-Gurmat practice continue to go on to this day. They're actually it's getting worse over there, the Yogi Bhajan dera, from what I can observe and what I can see on the internet. This Gurmukh, who's a top yogini in the Yogi Bhajan organization, Gurmukh Khalsa, she calls herself. She has thousands of yoga students that follow her. She teaches at the Yogi Bhajan dera summer solstice sadhana, as they call it, and she's in a high elevated place there in the Yogi Bhajan organization. She's teaching these Hindu Homa fire pujas, which are completely against the Sikh Rehat Maryada. I have pictures of them here in the background, you can see, and I've also posted them on the internet. She takes people to this Paramatma Kirtan ashram there in Rishikesh and has them participate in this Hindu artis. She's brought Sanadamkar there, and then also members of the Chardi Kala Jatha. The Sadasat Simran Singh is pictured here in the background receiving a Hindu shawl from this Swami there at the Paramatma Kirtan ashram. I would like to ask him if he believes in this, these Hindu pujas, if he participated in these Hindu artis and these pujas, and why, if he's supposed to be a Sikh, if they're doing these things. So I want to ask him what his relationship is with this Gurmukh, and if they propose to continue to support her, as SikhNet has done in the past. SikhNet is the Yogi Bhajan mouthpiece and worldwide known for this biggest Sikh website. They published articles about Gurmukh there on their website. So I want to ask Sadasat Simran Singh and the members of the Chardi Kala Jatha just what their intentions are, how they intend to continue and lead this Yogi Bhajan dera into the 21st century. So again, I want to extend this invitation to Chardi Kala Jatha, and also this Gurmukh Khalsa. I noticed that she will be here in the month of April in London teaching a course. So anybody who knows Gurmukh and would like to get a message to her that she's welcome to come as well to a meeting. Like to find out if she really wants to continue being a Sikh. Why does she do these Hindu pujas and Murti pujas? I've seen her, I've got pictures of her actually doing pujas to this Shiv Lingam with this Swami. These are all questions that I want to present to this Gurmukh and then to the Chardi Kala Jatha. And I think other Gursikhs, I know that there are many, many concerned Gursikhs who see the Yogi Bhajan dera going down the wrong path. So we want to get this all out in the open. Meeting in a gurdwara or some neutral place where we can just sit down and talk about this. Now, there are other violations of the Sikh Rehat Maryada within the Yogi Bhajan organization that I don't even think that Chardi Kala Jatha is aware of. And I have pictures that have been sent to me of Yogi Bhajan's wife's residence where she was been allegedly keeping these Murtis, these Hindu Murtis there at her residences there in Los Angeles, in Espanola, and in Albuquerque. Like I said, somebody has sent me these pictures, and I would like to ask Sadasat Simran Singh and the other members of the Chardi Kala Jatha if they can verify and tell me if these pictures are genuine. They're really appalling pictures of Hindu Murtis that are in these residences. I recognize the background of the residence of the estate, where the windows and things like that, where this Murti is placed. But I'd like to ask the Chardi Kala Jatha members if they recognize this or if they can confront this Inderjeet Karpudi as the wife of Yogi Bhajan. She goes by BBG. That's how they know her in 3HO there. So I hope everybody realizes that this is a real eye-opener for me when I realized that for 30 years I was following basically a false Baba, this Yogi Bhajan. And when I started to realize it, I became very concerned that the wrong teachings are being given out there by 3HO and by the Yogi Bhajan dera. So I hope everybody, like I said, can call the Chardi Kala Jatha or write them, email them, have them get in touch with me. We need to sit down and discuss all these issues. Thank you for your time. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.